Here's one for you.
Okay.
If they could have a mulligan, who would take it? Who? Russell Wilson or Tom Brady?
Would you put Aaron Rodgers in there?
What would his mulligan be?
That he retires. Now, granted, he's making $100 million over the next 2 years.
Is that worth it?
How much ayahuasca can you buy with that? Become a better lover.
How many times can I fly to Peru this year with that money?
And whatever that is, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, Paulie.
With Russell Wilson, let's say this year does not correct itself. He's got a number of years, maybe a new head coach, and a lot more chances to do well with the Broncos. I would be shocked if Brady played another year. And you know, I don't want to get too personal, but it's possible his career ends in 2 months, and his family status may never recover. That's a double whammy. I mean, it really doesn't compare to Russell.
I know.
But, I mean,
I know.
I see staying with the franchise of Seattle. That's a good one, though, because they seem more stable.
Well, I went back to, and I'll go back to a question I asked Brady last year, and that is you have this tug of war that goes on. How long do you do it? How long do you continue to do it? Me staying at ESPN, I'd gotten to be 50 years of age, and I just thought, I don't want to do this anymore here. I feel like the old guy there. But, you know, do you come home and you're around your family more? And you have to make that decision. Brady loves football, and I think it was put to the test. You know, is he addicted to football? Where I can't quit you. And therefore, if Giselle gave him an ultimatum, like, hey, it's either us or football, and if you're going to pick football, then I'm gone. That was the latest report between those two. I mean, that would be troubling. And then you're going to get right back in doing broadcasting, and that's going to take you probably 4 days a week. Now, it's nowhere near the attention to detail, the time, but Brady's not going to do something where he's just kind of, hey, I'm broadcasting a game. Now there's talk that Fox is going to reach out to Brady and say, hey, if you guys don't make it to the NFC title game, we want you part of our postseason coverage. I'm thinking, yeah, just don't put him in the booth right away. Let him be on the panel there with Howie and Terry and those guys. Don't put him in the booth. Let Greg Olsen take it start to finish, be fair to him, and then Brady can do that next year. This isn't something where you just step into the booth at the Super Bowl. But you can be on a panel, a pregame show, where they can set you up and say, Tom, we're going to have this question. We're going to go to you on that. Or you want to diagram this play. You can make him, you can prop him up and make him look even better. It's hard to do that with a game because the game unfolds right there in front of you. And I think they're probably going to ask him, hey, we want you to be, let's get started early. Yes, Eaton.
What defense is scared of Tom Brady right now?
There should be none.
That's the worst thing that he did this year. If he had retired last year, he would have gone out as, man, 2 minutes left. You need a touchdown. There's nobody more lethal than Tom Brady.
Yeah.
That whole legacy right now, we got to see him stay, theoretically, 1 year too long, where now you're like, oh, great, we got to see crappy Tom Brady instead of just going out on top and just the most dominant quarterback. You need a touchdown to win the game. He's right at the top of the list, so that's done now.
He threw 43 touchdown passes last year. It's tough to walk away from that. He's on pace to throw 18 touchdown passes this year. But in his mind, 43 touchdown passes, man, we got some playmakers, got a good defense, winnable division. We could have the best record in the NFC. I could go out winning a Super Bowl. But when you know what's at stake, when your wife reportedly says it's either us or football, and that's true, and you take football, we talk about addiction, and you can be addicted to a lot of things, but that's an addiction to football. Like, I need this. But he doesn't. But in his mind, I can't walk away. You know, we were a couple of plays away from going to another Super Bowl and probably winning another Super Bowl. Yeah, Paul.
I want to ask you guys this. Let's say the Buccaneers do not make the playoffs this year. I actually think there might be a chance that makes it more likely Brady plays one more year because he doesn't want to go out like that. People hate that ugly year. and they always think, I don't want to go out on.
But Paulie, how many people get to go out on top and actually do go out on top by design?
Elway and Peyton
But
Manning
Elway couldn't play anymore.
Yeah.
Peyton couldn't play anymore.
Right.
I mean, Tom can still play.
He's got 8 touchdowns and 1 pick. His quarterback rating is really good. But I wonder if the worse it gets this year makes it more likely or less likely that he keeps playing.
Well, I would think you would want to go, I can't go out this way. But and if you watch the first quarter, you went, all right, okay, Buccaneers. This is the latest point in a season that Tom Brady has been under 500 since 2000. That year, the Patriots went 5-11, and Brady was the team's 4th-string quarterback.
Stat of the day, stat of the day, stat of the day, stat of the day. Here comes that
What?
Stat of the day.
Tom Brady spoke after the loss to the Ravens.
I think we've struggled pretty much at everything. We just struggled in the red area, struggled in third down, struggled in the run game, 2-point plays, short yardage, backed up, start first quarter, start of the third quarter, not very good offensive football.
Okay, I'm going to put a lot of this on the defense. Now, granted, Tom is not having those sustainable drives to keep the defense off the field. This was supposed to be an elite defense. This has been an elite defense. You're giving up over 450 yards to the Ravens at home? Ravens had 7 yards per carry. And it's not just Lamar Jackson. Like, that's really – and Todd Bowles should have that side of the ball figured out. But watching them, it's not on Brady, but when it's not all working together, then you can start to see that Brady can look really average here. And you see that now. And you keep thinking, okay, it's not a good division. They do have playmakers, and you're supposed to have a pretty good defense. Can they kind of make it all happen? Can it all sort of fall into place? And I don't know. After last night, I don't know. I'm surprised they lost that game. You got Green Bay. Green Bay's going to be in Buffalo. And probably not going to get it better anytime soon for them. Can they put it all together? I don't know. Vikings are a playoff team. The Lions and Bears are, that's another division that's not that good. And then you keep thinking, all right, with these two quarterbacks, they can win those divisions. Can they?